Some of you have asked me about my Halloween arch that I set up every year for Halloween, and so I thought I'd make a short video here explaining how it was built and how I set it up and everything before I set it up here for this year. So first of all, we had some wood laying around our garage that was like this. So there are different lengths. 8-foot sections and some 6-foot sections, 4-foot sections. So I had to do a little bit of design work before I build it, and also you know that there's some nails in the wood. So what I did was I hammered them down into the wood, and then they just create a nice rustic look on the arch. So the first couple years that I did this, I only had like flat sections, much like this, just out, and I just created an arch in just the standard shape that an arch goes in, and that didn't hold up too well in the weather, especially when we got like 70-mile-per-hour winds. The one year just collapsed in a rainstorm. So luckily no one was around, and I fixed it for trick or treat night, but that wasn't exactly the best design. So I wanted to be able to put stuff up on top of the arch. So what I had to do was obviously one section like this here wouldn't support that. So I had to design this, and this is 8 foot. The top section here is 8 foot long, and I had to put 2 other sections here, so that way I could create a top for it, so that way I could place things on top. And this year I'll be doing again the little pumpkins. These pumpkins came from a set that Big Lots had about 10 years ago, and they just twist and lock onto the little. That's actually a ground stake, but it just twists and locks right on top. And then you have the lights, the C7 lights that I string across, and then I also string orange and purple light sets. There's 600 lights total on this arch. So I just attached the lights like this, so they just go around these little screws that I put in. So they just go around, and I can attach it like that. So, and that seems to work very well. The other thing was I wanted to be able to design some legs for the arch that wouldn't give as easy. So I built the legs in a triangle fashion, like you see here, and they just go on top of the arch. Well, they attach to the top here, where the screw holes are. So you can kind of see it where they go. It'll go right here, so it'll go like this, and then right in front of here. I'm thinking about cutting these off this year, so that way they don't hang down so much. And then the boo word, I got that at Big Lots a couple years ago here, and that is just attached using another piece of wood from the same wood pile, and then some 2x4s. So I was trying to figure out how to attach it onto the arch, and I was trying to put like a screw in here and like zip tying it, and it didn't work. So what I ended up doing was I put 2x4s down in between here, and then I placed a piece of wood on top and made sure that these letters are on little stands. So I made sure that the little metal part holding the letter up would be like clamped underneath the piece of wood up here. So so then I mount it like that, and it doesn't go anywhere. So while it's up there. So, and then I'll put another pumpkin here on the other end, on this side. So, it's all held together with screws. So that way, if I do decide to change it, I can easily do so. This is a nice weekend project a couple years ago, and I mounted it into the ground with some metal, well, they're pieces of gas pipe from the garage, and they just go right in, and I use a piece of wood on the back, then I'll just clamp it and then screw, and then it holds it right in place. So, and of course, every year when I set this up, I make sure that it's level, so that way you don't have a crooked arch. The inspiration from this arch came from a house up the road here. They have a nice big wooden arch going across their driveway, and they always cover it in orange lights every year. It's like a arch that you would see like out west on a ranch. So, and every fall they always cover it in. There must be like 2,000 orange lights on it. So, after I saw that, I wanted to build something like that, but in a smaller scale, of course. So this arch stands about 7 foot 3 inches high, and then it's 8 foot across. So that's pretty much all there is to it. So it's pretty basic, but when I hook it up to my light controllers, I run a animation sequence for Halloween, and I can change the arch. This section, the top section, is on 2 channels for orange and purple, and each leg is on two channels for orange and purple, so 6 channels total. And so then that way I can change between orange and purple on the actual arch. And then the pumpkins up here with the C7s, those are on another channel, and then the blue letters are on another channel. So hopefully this answered some of your questions, and if you have any more questions, just feel free to ask. Thanks for watching.